Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, you read that right. I said forget checking your EBT card. You already know that that's busted. The federal government is in control of that, and they let you know that they can pull the plug on it whenever they get ready. But the key is you don't want to be dependent. You don't want to be dependent on the system because you don't control the system, but you can learn the rules of the money system, and then you can use those rules to your advantage and you can control that. So instead of checking your EBT card for funds that's not there, you already know that they're not there. I want you to think about applying for actual credit, real credit cards, not a credit card for welfare. When I first saw that 20 some odd years ago, I was like, what happened to the book that they would give people, the food coupon book, food stamps? Now they're giving a credit card for welfare. Kind of, didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me way back then. But instead of checking that EBT, because you know it's busted, it's just not, it ain't happening right now. Try to go out and apply for some actual credit. But before you do, here's a checklist of just a few things that you should do before you put in the credit application for that actual credit card. Number one, go to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Check your actual credit. If you have any, check your credit history and see what it's looking like. Not just your score, check the actual history to see what your history is as far as your repayments go, to see if it makes sense for you to start applying for credit. If not, you can always start with a secured card. That's when you secure a credit card. It works just like a credit card, but you secure it with your own money, and that becomes the credit limit for that card. If your credit is good enough, if you've established a little bit of credit, and it's good enough for you to at least start with a traditional unsecured credit card, that's a credit card where you don't have to put your own money into it to get started. These are things I want you to vet on the actual credit card. Credit is absolutely a beautiful animal if used properly. I like to use the term money same as cash for a month, because if you buy something and you pay it back in a month, there is no interest. It's same as cash. It's same as cash. Okay? Another great thing about credit is it has all these great rewards points. You can get cash back or statement credits to your bill on all types of things. You can earn rewards points for things like airline tickets. You can earn rewards when you shop at a grocery store using that credit card, at a restaurant, order products from companies like Amazon, pay utility bills, entertainment purchases such as movie theaters, concert tickets, sporting events, that's all considered entertainment, basketball game, football game, you name it, baseball game, MMA, UFC, whatever, right? You can get cash back on certain cards just for using it for something you was going to buy anyway with a stupid debit card. Now you can use the credit card and actually get a portion of what you spent credited into your account in the way of points, and you can decide if you want those points to be maybe sent to you as a check. You can have the points, once you build up enough, maybe credited to your bank account. You can also have the points credited to the balance on that credit card account. You also want to check and see what's the highest limit that a card can go to, and how do you get a limit? How do you get a limit increase? Does it require you to get what's called a hard inquiry, where they do a hard inquiry on your credit report, or a soft inquiry, which doesn't affect your credit score in a negative way at all. Okay? These are just a few things. And can you add authorized users? Is there an authorized user that you may want to add? Maybe a spouse, a child, a parent, a sibling even. Just keep in mind that if you add authorized users, they are not responsible for any purchases that they make. None. Any purchases that they make are still your responsibility. And it is very important that you know that. So, for the last time, forget checking your EBT card because, we don't want to be dependent on anything anyway. But I do want you to check on all of this stuff that I talked about before you apply for that real credit card, because some places you really need a credit card. To rent a car, you usually need a credit card. Checking into a nice hotel. For incidentals, they may want you to give them a major credit card. So the things you want to do is you want to first check your own credit and see what it's looking like. The major 3 bureaus: TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. And if you aren't actively shopping for credit, it's a good idea to freeze your credit accounts on all 3 of those bureaus, and that can be done for free. So you want to check your actual credit to see if you're credit worthy enough to apply. You want to take a look and see what type of rewards, what types of advantages do these cards give. Rewards points, things like extended warranties on big ticket items, things like price matching. All of this can be part of the perks of certain credit cards. You also want to know, how do I get a limit increase? Is it a hard or soft pull? And what's the maximum amount that this card goes to? And if you are a person that needs an extra card for an authorized user, and I told you, tread lightly with authorized users because those purchases are not their responsibility, they're still yours. Find out, can you get additional cards for authorized users, and what are the stipulations to doing that? Okay, so that's what I got on this one. I want to give you some good info because, again, even though I touch on lots of topics, like all this drama with welfare, food stamps, you ain't supposed to want to be, treated like a little baby anyway by the government. So I said, let me still incorporate a financial literacy piece to it. I'm going to teach y'all the money game, whether you like it or not. But I guarantee you, once you start seeing the power of credit, the power of putting money to work for you, because we're going to touch on a lot of different ways for you to give money a job. Everybody should have a job. Money becomes a body once you have a little bit of it, and you should give it a job. It will go out and work for you and pay you over time. Delayed gratification is back in style, y'all. It's sexy again. Believe that. So that's all I got on this one. I'll be back soon with another one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks so much for checking this video out. And take care of yourselves and each other. I'll talk to you soon.